What's good, y'all, and welcome back to the Rich Before 30 podcast. I'm your host, CHIEFtheOG, and today we'll be finishing up Chapter 1, Motivation, of the book Rich Before 30 by Gavin Meredith. Today's topics are how to build success, attracting people to you. Don't feel entitled. No one owes you anything. Accept accountability for your words and actions. What do you get out of half-assing it? Be passionate about your dreams and creating and living in heaven on earth. Last session, we went over finding your passion, putting yourself in an environment for success, avoid relying on outside resources, avoid getting ripped off from bad investments, controlling your emotions, finding how to learn from your losses, and knowing your worth and your value. How did you do with those this week? We will now hear the last few pages of Chapter 1, Motivation, of the book Rich Before 30 by Gavin Meredith.
Accepting what you cannot control and realizing what you can control is how you build success. You have to believe that you are this dream person who you wish to be. You see them. You know that it's there. You know that you can do it. The only thing stopping you is you. If you feel like you have nothing at all, the best way to get anything is act like you need for nothing. People want to be around people who are happy, people who are kind, and people who know what they want in life and aren't worried about what anyone has to say about it. Don't be afraid to lose. Don't feel entitled. There are too many people who feel entitled for fictitious reasons. But nobody owes you anything. No one, literally. Even if you lent someone money, a leg, a kidney, that was your decision. Of course, I'm not bashing you at all. I've bought plenty of gifts and things for family and lent plenty of dollars myself. But what I'm saying is never complain about it because no one owes you a goddamn thing. Take accountability for your words and your actions. Once you accept these truths, doors that you've never seen before will open before your eyes. A lot of people don't even worry about getting rich and just worry about getting through everyday life. Whether you work a 9 to 5, you work for yourself, or both, you still made an important step by taking the initiative to read this book. A lot of people in this day and age will just watch an ad on the internet and say, yeah, I heard about it, but just watching a short clip isn't going to give you the insight to make real change in your life. Quit bullshitting yourself and finally get rich. This book will give you different examples and scenarios to help you improve your life. You may only take one of these principles with you in your daily life. One of my life goals has always been to be a humanitarian. Reaching out to different people across the world by lending a helping hand, and this book is the best way to do it. Enjoy, study, and learn these methods and ideas, and learn these keys to becoming rich before 30. Be passionate about your dreams. Have faith that they can and will come true. Dream big and never dream small. When you dream small, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're telling yourself that you feel less than, and that you do not deserve the best, and that you will settle for less than. That is okay, but the realness of it is not okay. Treat yourself with the respect you deserve. Treat your dreams with the respect they deserve. Go for that dream job, or create it. Where there is no way, make one. Motivation. Don't wait for life to be perfect. When we take the idea of human society and compare it to descriptions of hell from all spiritual beliefs, we find the two to be almost exactly the same. So next time someone tells you to go to hell, bad news is we're already there. Every person has their own perspective and is living their own dream. When you decide to get angry, jealous, or negative toward another person or situation, you're putting yourself through living hell. When you continue to live in a state of fear of losing your job or failure, you're living a nightmare. When you decide to live your idea of a perfect life, accepting what you can't control and taking advantage of what you can control. In those moments, you are living in heaven on earth. All created by your way of thinking. Go for it now.
All right, guys, that was the wrap-up of Chapter 1. How'd you like it? How did it make you feel? What'd you think about? I highlighted a few key points that stood out for me. Accepting what you cannot control and realizing what you can control is how you build success. When you realize that your destiny and your future is solely in your hands, then you can take steps toward becoming successful. When you think that your success relies on other people and you need a helping hand to get where you want to be in life, your success is literally out of your hands. I gave a pretty good example of this last session with my music career. When I first started making music, I had to get my beats from a producer. Then I would have to book an engineer and schedule an appointment to record and hopefully get something that I liked the sound of. As I grew in my music journey, I discovered that if I didn't want to wait on an engineer or a producer, if I didn't want to wait to get my music mixed and mastered, I had to learn how to mix and master myself. So that's what I did. I went to engineering school and figured out how I could engineer my own music, which made the process much easier and gave me the ability to record whenever I felt like it without having to wait on somebody else. Me realizing that I had control over my situation gave me power, the power to do. And the same will happen for you. Next, I say you have to believe that you are this dream person that you wish to be. And you are the dream person that you wish to be. What can help is how you dress yourself on a daily. When you dress and you look nice, you feel good on the inside because you're presenting yourself to be of high standard. I say you know that this person is there. The only thing stopping you is you. So you got to get out of your own way. You got to break your bad habits and create new good ones. People want to be around people who are happy, people who are kind, and people who know what they want in life and aren't worried about what anyone has to say about it. If you're one of those people who lives for opinions of others, you have a bigger problem. I would suggest seeking therapy and finding what your true issues are. You can't care what people say. Whether someone's happy or someone's sad, it depends on them. It doesn't depend on you. How someone reacts to something that you do depends on them and not on you. If they're mild-mannered, you could say something rude to someone and they might keep calm. If they're hot-headed, they might respond angrily. Once again, doesn't really have anything to do with you. As far as attracting people to you, people don't want to hang around bums. Who wants to hang around somebody who's always needing for something? Some people could have only a penny and give their last penny. But the point is, no one wants to hang around somebody who's always whining, complaining, or being negative. Think positive, be positive. And you'll help those around you, and you'll inspire those around you to also think and be positive. When you think positive and you act positively, your actions follow. By acting on your positive thoughts, you are then able to accomplish your goals, which will inspire others. Don't feel entitled. There are too many people who feel entitled for fictitious reasons. If you've lent money, if you've lent time, if you've given anything to anyone, that's okay, and more power to you. It's charity. Don't expect anything in return. Don't expect to be treated a certain way. Don't feel entitled for people to owe you and give you things and praise you, because no one owes you a goddamn thing. All right, I continue. Take accountability for your words and your actions. Once you accept these truths, doors that you've never seen before will open before your eyes. Accept accountability for your words and actions and where you are in life. So, to make progress, you've got to understand and be accountable for where you are right now. If you place blame elsewhere for your position currently, you'll never make any progress. Until you accept that everything in your life that you've done has led you to exactly to where you are, then you'll be able to make progress. Every step you've taken, everything you've done, every school, every single action, every positive, every negative, the good and bad in your life has led you exactly to where you are. Every decision you've made has led you to where you are. No one else's decisions have made you who you are today. But instead, how you react to your environment and how you carry yourself. If you say you want to do something, do it. Don't come up with a bunch of excuses as to why you haven't done it yet. Once you realize that you've put yourself in the position that you're in now, it gives you a freedom, the freedom to make change. It gives you the freedom to make alterations in your life. Once you accept and you're accountable for your actions, you can make adjustments to your habits so you can see change. A lot of people don't even worry about getting rich. They're just trying to get through everyday life. And that's okay. It's obviously not you, because you're participating in this podcast on how to get rich. But for some people, they have no problem living a mundane life. I do a lot of social media promotion, and many people will say, "Oh yeah, I heard about that book. I heard about your book, Chief, And, oh, I saw it. It looks like a good book. I got to get a copy, And the people who don't take the time to purchase the book or take the time to read the book and gain the knowledge are really just half-assing it. People will say, oh, I heard about it, and they'll see a clip on Instagram and be like, yeah, it looks great, but they haven't learned a thing. They ain't learned nothing. And what do you really get out of half-assing? What do you get out of half-assing anything? Half-ass results. So don't half-ass it. You owe it to yourself. I continue and state that I've always wanted to be a humanitarian and help people and give back to communities across the world. Me writing the book Rich Before 30, and even this podcast is a way for me to give back and help teach the concepts and ideas that I've learned over the years. Be passionate about your dreams. Dream big and never dream small. When you dream small, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're saying it's okay for you to have small ideas and accomplish those small ideas as opposed to dreaming big and going for the big ones. In essence, you're telling yourself that you don't deserve these big dreams that you have, and you only deserve just the little ones. You end up telling yourself, oh, this is okay, but it's not. It's not okay. I'm here to tell you it's not okay. Dream big. Go for the big dream. The saying goes, shoot for the moon, and if you fall short, at least you'll be amongst the stars. Where there isn't a way, make one. There's always going to be a way for you to get done what you need to get done. You can give yourself all the excuses in the world. Oh, I don't have enough time to do it. There's just simply not enough time in my day. Whenever I hear this, all I can do is shake my head. There's 24 hours in a day. If you're sleeping longer than 8 of those, more power to you, but it also gives you less time to get things done during the day. If you sleep 8 hours and work 8 hours, 16 hours of your day has passed, and you are left with a final 8 hours. If you're ever on the road, you must include travel time. There's always the time that you spend eating and you spend with family or friends. Perhaps this takes up 4 of your last 8 hours in your day, and all you are left with is 4 hours in your day. Maybe you're one of those people who considers that you have more sleep and a little more time with your family, you have kids, and it's too much work for you to take time out for your own dreams. You need to realize that even if you put 1 hour a day towards your goal, you'll be making progress as opposed to not putting 1 hour a day towards your goal. And you guarantee that you make no progress. If you put 30 minutes a day towards your goal, you've got to allocate something. If you can't take the time out for your goal, how do you think your goals are going to make the time to come true? They won't. There's no time for your goals to come true because you're not putting any time towards making them come true. And what that turns into is regret, and you feel bad. You feel bad, you feel unaccomplished, and it turns into negativity in your life. Some people work really hard to stay positive, to feed their families, and to make a living. But what I'll remind you is, if there isn't a way, make one. If you feel that there is no way you can make enough time with work and your personal life to have time to create this dream of yours and make it come to life, you must make adjustments somewhere. Whether it's your job and you need a new job, higher paying job, less hours, more money, whatever the situation may be, you've got to put forth the effort to figuring it out. You got to make time. If your simple answer is that there's just not enough time, then there'll never be enough time, and you'll never make enough time. Think about this. There's someone right now with a plate way more full than yours, and I'm not talking a literal plate. I'm saying they have more stuff to do than you. They've got more kids. They've got more assignments on their list. Hell, they might even work more hours in their job. And they're still figuring out ways to do everything that it is that you say you want to do. You say you want to do it, but you let your excuses get in the way. You let your excuses get in the way. You talk yourself out of making progress in your life. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Things may never be perfect. Life hardly ever is. But that's the perfection about it. You can expect for things not to be perfect. But if you want to see progress, you've simply got to start. When we take the idea of human society and compare it to descriptions of hell from all spiritual beliefs, we find the two to be almost exactly the same. So next time someone tells you to go to hell, bad news is we're already there. Every person is living their own dream. When you decide to get angry, jealous, or negative toward another person or situation, you're putting yourself through living hell. Imagine that. Every time you get upset, every time you feel a little bit of jealousy, every time you decide not to do what it is that you want to do, you're putting yourself through living hell. But when you decide to take control and take advantage, you realize that you've put yourself in the situation that you're in, and you take control of your habits, and you take advantage of what you can control. When you take advantage of what you can control in your life, in those moments, you're living in heaven on earth. All by the way you think. When you are taking steps toward accomplishing goals and living out your dreams, you're living in heaven on earth. Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is you desire, go for it now. If you haven't already, be sure to pick up a copy of my book, Rich Before 30 by Gavin, Meredith, available on Amazon. I'm CHIEFtheOG, and this is Rich Before 30 Podcast. See you next time.